What is up, guys? It's TheGreatWall back at again with another video. Today we are going to be doing another rebuild. We are going to be rebuilding the Cardinals with a double twist. So not only are we doing a zero overall rebuild, as you guys can see, but we are going to be doing something else that I think is fun. We are going to be doing the zero overall rebuild with one slight twist, and that is that I get to open one IRL pack to build my player, like my team, around those players. So that being said, I'm gonna grab the pack and I will show you, and we'll open. This is the pack that I will be using. It is the Series 1 Celebration 2025, and it has 14 cards, which could be very good, could be very bad. But that being said, we're gonna rip this bad boy open, and whatever players in here we get to add to our team, whether they're current or old players, because there are other rosters that you can like take players from, and if they're not in the game, I'll import them. So that being said, we're gonna open this pack, see who we get, and we will add them to our team. All right. So the first player we do get that I can see is Brooks Lee. I do like that. That's a good prospect. Um, Decent player who I think can actually help us a lot in the future. So I don't mind that. Oh, baby. Oh, yeah, we're starting off with a bang. Ronald Acuna Jr. I don't know if you guys can see him, but he gets added to our team. That is what I'm talking about. Okay, we do get Paul Goldschmidt. So that is something, former Cardinal. So that's nice. Oh, man. This sucks. We get another Brooks Lee. What are the odds of that happening? Two Brooks Lees in the same pack. Um, we get Gilbert Diaz. I don't know who this is. Sorry, to the what's it called, Diamondback fans. I don't know who that is. Damn, we get Marcus Stroman. Would have been good probably about 5 years ago, but we still have him nonetheless. Oh, okay. We do get Cody Bellinger, who I think still has a few good years left in him. That could be a good addition to our team. Um, we get the Flying High Cardinals. So I'm going to take this as I get all three of them. I don't know. I think I'm just going to take Corbin Carroll from that. I think that's how I'm going to just do that because he's one of the three in the picture. So I'll just take Corbin Carroll from that. We do get another Diamondbacks player, so we will take Brandon P. Fat. I don't mind that whatsoever. We get. Oh, that's two stuck together. We do get Tyler Phillips. I don't know if he's good or not. I don't know, but we do get to add him to the team. Um, how old is he? Oh, he's from New Jersey. W. We do get Tyro Estrada, who not the biggest fan of him, but he might be decent for us for a little bit. We get okay. We got ourselves Taylor Ward. Not bad, but he's kind of old, so probably end up trading him. We do get Brant Herter, who I'm pretty sure is decent in this game. Okay. How old is he? 98, which means he's what, 27? Not great. And then our last player, we do get Pedro Pages. I think that's how you say that. Also about 27. Of course, he was on the Cardinals, so that means I have to go find wherever he was. But that being said, we didn't get any like flashback players, which is kind of sad. But overall, great pack. I'm gonna go ahead and put this team together, and then I will see you guys in the franchise. Boom! This is what the team looks like. And I know what you're thinking, where did I get Clayton Kershaw from? Where did I get Bobby Wood Jr. from? Well, I thought, you know what, considering we were stuck with two Brooks Lees, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna open a pack and I'm gonna pick one player. And I did have five cards that I was considering. I had Jazz Chisholm, who I was like, you know what, maybe for a second. And then I saw Sonny Gray, and I was like, okay, that's also a very good arm. And then I saw the most expensive player, I think ever, right? I could be wrong, but Juan Soto. And I thought to myself, I was like, I don't need Juan Soto. This outfield is good the way it is. I don't want all that money. Um, and then I got two cards that I couldn't decide between. I got Bobby Witt, right? Hard to pass up Bobby Witt, and I got Clayton Kershaw. So you know what I was thinking? I was like, It's like I know Clayton Kershaw has like a baby card that like a baby flashback card, which is this one. So I was like, you know what? Let's have a little bit of fun with this. We're gonna take Clayton Kershaw and we're gonna take Bobby Witt Jr. So the team is, I mean, the MLB team is actually not the worst in the world. It's pretty bad. Don't get me wrong. The starting rotation is decent. Brant Hurdy, move him to a starter. He becomes an 83 overall. I will probably trade him though immediately, just because I don't really. I think he's gonna go down, and I'd rather get someone else who has better potential. But yeah, all around decent. I'm gonna probably get rid of Stroman. I'm probably gonna get rid of Paul Goldschmidt as well. Pedro Pages is okay. Cody Bellinger is gonna be here for a few years until he like maybe starts to regress. Tyro Estrada, same thing. Lourdes Gurriel, I might keep him around for just a little bit. Bobby Witt is obviously staying. Brooks Lee is obviously staying. Taylor Ward I haven't decided on yet. Obviously Corbin Carroll and Alec Thomas are gonna stay. And Ronald Acuna Jr. is obviously going to stay for a very long time. That being said, I'm going to start making some trades. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but I'm going to make some trades and see how it goes. So, yeah. I'm going to send Marcus Stroman and Brant Herter over to the Red Sox in exchange for Brian Bello. I think we can develop him in this rotation a little bit. Give these guys a little time to grow while they're in the MLB. But Brant Herter, he's going to start going down very soon. Marcus Stroman, I don't want to pay him. Plus, he's like old. So we'll go ahead. We'll get Brian Bello. And yeah, we'll try to make some other moves, get ourselves some more prospects. We are going to send Paul Goldschmidt and a couple of relief pitching Joe Randoms over to the Giants in exchange for these 3 relief pitchers. These 2 are just going to be relief pitchers, and then Hayden Birdsong I'm going to turn into a starter and see if he elevates our rotation. Hayden Birdsong goes up to 74. I'm going to see if I can find trades for these 2 guys for some good relief pitchers or closers. So yeah. We're going to send Tyler Phillips over to the Mets in exchange for Christian Scott, who, if you guys saw my Angels rebuild, is a beast if you move him to a starting pitcher, and Dominic Hamel, same thing. Probably end up trading this guy once we turn him to a starter, but this is a deal we're going to make. We're going to send 2 relief pitcher Joe Randoms and Yolber Diaz over to the Brewers in exchange for Tobias Myers, Russell Smith, and Caden Vire. This guy, I mean, just pick him up because why not? And these other 2 guys are going to be turned into starters. Hopefully they can do well for us. We're going to send Dominic Hamel, a Joe Random starting pitcher, and a Joe Random relief pitcher over to the Angels in exchange for Victor Medeiros, Reed Detmers, and Ian Anderson. Ian Anderson has a potential for some reason, so we're going to try to turn him into an absolute beast of a starting pitcher because all 3 of them are starting pitchers. So make this deal and trade some of the other pieces. We are going to send Russell Smith over to the Orioles in exchange for Levi Stout, Thad Ward, and Cody Poteet. All of them are going to be turned into starters. We are going to send Reed Detmers over to the Red Sox in exchange for Shane Drohan, Zach Penrod, and Peyton Tolley. All of them are going to be turned into starters and then traded for other prospects. We're going to send Victor Medeiros over to the Diamondbacks in exchange for Christian Mania and Ryan Nelson. This is just a deal we're going to make. Like I said, the main goal is we're going to keep probably 5, maybe 6 of these guys. I might keep a couple of them in like AAA. But I want to trade for a bunch of relief pitchers who are actually starters and then trade them all for prospects so we can at least build a decent team. So that's why we're doing this for now. We're going to send Cody Poteet, Peyton Tolley, and Christian Mania over to the Cubs in exchange for Matt Shaw. A potential. I don't think I've ever gotten him before, so see if we can develop him and turn him into a decent third baseman. We're going to send Brandon Pfaadt and this Joe Random over to the Brewers in exchange for Jesus Made, who is actually now in the game officially. I didn't add him to this team, like to this roster at all, so he's actually here now. Good prospect. Probably going to move him to second base. He might come up in the next couple of years. So, yeah. Alright, we're going to be sending Ryan Nelson and 2 Joe Random catchers over to the Dodgers in exchange for Dalton Rushing. He's going to come up and potentially take Pedro Page's spot in the next year or two. So that's what we're hoping for. So let's see if it plays out that way. We're going to send Thad Ward to the Padres in exchange for Omar Cruz, Cannon Kemp, and Boston Bateman. All going to be turning the starters. You know the drill. We're going to send Shane Drohan over to the Dodgers in exchange for Emmett Sheehan and Bobby Miller. Both going to be turning the starters. Both going to be traded. So, good deal. We're going to send Levi Stout over to the Rockies in exchange for Gabriel Hughes, Sean Sullivan, and Ryan Rollison. Yeah, same deal. We're just going to turn them to starters and trade them. We're going to send Zach Penrod and 2 Joe Randoms over to the Pirates in exchange for Chase Shugart, Thomas Harrington, and Justin Mize. Only reason I'm giving these 2 guys up as well is because if we don't, it puts our team over the amount. So we're going to make this trade, turn them all into starters, and go get some more prospects. We're going to send Omar Cruz, Justin Meese, and Emmett Sheehan over to the Brewers in exchange for Abner Uribe, Bruce Zimmerman, and Elvin Rodriguez. These 2 guys are going to get turned into starters. This one's going to get, just developed into an actual good relief pitcher. He might be our closer. So, yeah, it's a deal we're going to make. Hopefully it plays out for us. We're going to send Joe Random and Cannon Camp over to the Reds in exchange for Brandon Williamson and Graham Ashcraft. Turn them into starters and trade them. You guys pretty much know the deal by now. We're going to send Sean Sullivan and Bobby Miller over to the Diamondbacks in exchange for Justin Martinez. See if we can develop him, turn him into a beast of a closer. Yeah, pretty much the deal we're going to make, and that's why. We're going to send Graham Ashcraft, Ryan Rolson, and Boston Bateman over to the Guardians in exchange for Kyle Manzardo, Joey Cantillo, and Tristan McKenzie. 2 of them are going to be turning the starters. Manzardo's just going to be a, minor league player for now until he can prove that he is ready for the big show. We're going to send a Joe Random, Bruce Zimmerman, and Brandon Williamson over to the Reds for Chase Burns. Might develop a little bit for us, and that's kind of the goal here, so see if that happens. We're going to send Joe Random and Gabriel Hughes over to the White Sox for Grant Taylor, Wickelman, Gonzalez, and Mike Vassell. We're going to send Grant Taylor, Mike Vassell, and Joey Cantillo over to the Dodgers for Jesus Galiz, Kellen Lindsley, and where is he? Zahir Hope. Hopefully this plays out well for us, no pun intended. We're going to send Elvin Rodriguez, Wickelman Gonzalez, and Chase Shugart to the Phillies in exchange for Justin Crawford. See if we can develop him a little bit and turn him into a beast. He's fast. See if we can develop him. We're going to send Tristan McKenzie to the Marlins for Carson Mildbrandt and Adam Major. Turn them into starters, then trade them. Actually, scratch that. We're going to add 2 Joe Randoms and Luke Bachar to the trade as well, and we're going to send them all to the... we're going to turn them all into starters and trade them. We're going to send Luke Bachar and Carson Mildbrandt over to the Rays for Mason Montgomery, where is he? Yoniel Curette, and Chandler Simpson. Off rip, I'm going to tell you straight up, I'm going to give Chandler Simpson like 80 potential and see what he can do. With that being said, this trade we're going to make hopefully plays out well for us. We're going to send Yoniel Curette and Mason Montgomery over to the Royals in exchange for Jack Caglione. See if we can develop him into the first baseman of the future. We're going to send Adam Major to the Astros for Brandon Walter, Forrest Whitley, and Rhett Kuba. Deal we're going to make. Hopefully it plays out well for us. We're going to send Rhett Kuba and Brandon Walter to the Royals in exchange for Asa Lacy, Chandler Champlain, and Daniel Lynch IV. See if this deal plays out well for us. We're going to send 2 Joe Randoms and Asa Lacy over to the Athletics in exchange for Mitch Spence, Noah Murdoch, and Gage Jump. turn him into starters and trade him. We're going to send Joe Random and Gage jump over to the Tigers for Troy Watson, Keeter Montero, and Ricky Vanasco. We're going to send Troy Watson, Daniel Lynch, and Taylor Ward over to the Nationals for James Wood. I am a Nationals fan. I do want James Wood on this team. So yeah, we're going to make this deal and hope it plays out well for us. We're going to send Forrest Whitley and Mitch Spence over to the Athletics for Jacob Wilson. We're going to try to develop him, turn him into an absolute beast. Yeah, that's the goal. We're going to send Ricky Vanasco over to the Diamondbacks in exchange for 2 of our starting pitching Joe Randoms and, where is he? Demetrio Chrysantis. Just a potential shot in the dark. Maybe he develops. Who knows, but this is the deal we're going to make. We're going to trade Noah Murdoch to the Twins for Miguel Cordero and Kalen Culpepper. See if this will play out well for us. We're going to move him probably to the outfield if we can. We'll find a spot for him in this team. We are going to send Chandler Champlain, Joe Randoms, over to the Nationals in exchange for Cole Henry, Andrew Lara, and TJ White. See if TJ White can develop. Loved him last year in Diamond Dynasty. See if we can turn him into a right fielder and turn him into a beast. Okay, we are going to send Cole Henry and 2 Joe Random relief pitchers over to the Royals for Anthony Simonelli, Luandar Avila, and Angel Zerpa. Yeah, just, I don't know why. We're just going to do it. Alright, we are at the All-Star break. We are bottom of our division. Not actually the worst that I've ever seen. Probably because we're probably not even dead last, if I had to guess. No, Marlins are worse. Rockies are way worse. White Sox are worse, and the Angels are worse. So, I mean, honestly, not terrible. Double A's not great. I mean, they're not going to be. And then, I'm assuming Triple A's 8-83. Wow. Wow. All right. Let's take a look at the All-Star voting. I'm doubting. Wow, we have Corbin Carroll, actually. Take it back immediately. See what players we have and where they are. We do have Tobias Myers up there, not bad. Brian Bello, who's having a decent season. Ian Anderson turning it around. I think we can actually develop him and turn him into a good starter. I actually have faith in that. Alright, that's it for the starters. Relievers I don't care about. Closing pitcher, show me my guy, Justin Martinez, who has been absolutely blowing saves left, right, and center. Alright. He is getting better, though, or overall-wise, I should say. Catcher, we have Pedro Pages, who's hitting 211. Don't expect much from him. First base, Cody B hitting 254, not terrible. Second base is going to be... Who even is our second baseman? Thairo Estrada hitting 254, not terrible. Third base, we got Lourdes Gurriel hitting 246, not great. He's going up, though, which is, something. Shortstop, Bobby Witt Jr. hitting 285. That's what I like to see. Left field, we do not have Taylor Ward because we traded him, and he's doing very well. We have James Wood, who is doing insane. 311 is what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. Okay, that'll play. Corbin Carroll hitting 240 with 30 stolen bases. That'll work for me. How the hell does Kyle Tucker have 21 stolen bases with his... they gave him decent secondary stats. Acuna hitting 280. Not bad. I mean, will he get better? Probably not, but not bad. And then our DH is... Oh, it's a Joe Random. Wow, the Joe Random's not even here. I want to see how he's hitting, though, really quickly. He's hitting 182, which actually is not the worst in the world. He's getting better. He's up to a 2 overall. So we do like to see that. But, yeah, I'm going to go to the draft and see you after that. Oh, yeah, we had a draft and a half. Holy, I see a lot of blue. Only one non-blue potential. And that's this guy who's already a beast, who might get called up in the next year or two. What a draft. I mean, wow. A lot of hits here. I do like that. Yeah, this might be one of the better draft classes I've had this year. All around studs. We have a guy with 99 potential. Yeah, great draft class. We'll sim out the rest of the season and see how the team does. All right, so both of our minor league teams were absolutely dreadful. Um, 300 from Brooksley is not bad. Well, almost 300. Chandler Simpson hit 276 up 265. I mean, some good growth from these Joe Randoms, I can't lie. Um, let's see, AAA, almost 300 from Jake Wilson. I like that. 285 from Jesus Made. He would have been great for the switch hitter, rebuild, but didn't know he was a switch hitter. Yeah, he might actually get called up next year. Honestly, might get called up next year. Let's see how the pitching did, though. Hayden Birdsong, 365 in AAA, not bad. Okay, Keeter Montero, 2.5. Thomas Harrington, 338. Then Chase Burns, 305. That's not bad. Um, yeah, some decent growth from all of these Joe Randoms. They might actually be worth something in a few years if we get some more five, overall growths. But that being said, not a good year from our minor league system. Finish out the rest of the MLB year and see how it goes. We finished 70 and 92, which could be a lot worse, but obviously isn't good enough. Dead last in our division. We were 15 games back, but we're the fourth worst in the NL, and would have been the fourth worst in the AL. So we're the seventh worst team. Not bad, not good. League leaders. Corbin Carroll, of course, does a job. Of course, Taylor Ward, I trade him, just goes off. Corbin Carroll for at bats. Bobby Witt Jr. for doubles with 45. James Wood and Corbin Carroll for triples. Bobby Witt Jr. for RBIs. Corbin Carroll and Acuna for runs. Corbin Carroll most stolen bases. Ronald Acuna Jr. with 37 in fourth. Ronald Acuna Jr. on base percentage. Bobby Witt Jr. slugging percentage. Not bad. Dodgers had a lethal rotation. Who would have thought that? Ian Anderson, fourth for home runs allowed. Alright, let's see the most important ones, which are not the most important, but the ones that I like to look at the most are the WAR ones. Show me at least a couple starters. Tobias Myers, not bad. What's that? Tobias Harris. Brian Bello, not bad, or Brian, however you say it. Ian Anderson, alright, up 4 overalls, we like that. Yeah, okay, not bad all around. Bobby Witt Jr. second with a 7.8 for batting WAR. Corbin Carroll with a 6.1. Anyone else? Acuna with a 4.5. And that would appear to be it. Alright. Could have been a lot better. Could have been a lot worse. Let's take a look at the awards. Of course, the Dodgers had the 3 players for MVP, which is just absolutely insane. And the 3 for Cy Young. Because why not? How many games did they win? Oh, 117. Isn't that the record? I'm 75% sure that is the record. They just casually might have broken the record in this. I could be wrong. I don't know what it is off the top of my head, but that's insane. Pedro Pages, Gold Glove catcher. Might trade him next year. Thairo Estrada, Gold Glove second base. Of course, the players I'm thinking of trading are doing the ones that are winning awards. Lourdes in third, at third base. Silver Sluggers, do we have anyone anywhere near the list? We should. Should have at least 1 or 2. Bobby Witt Jr. for Silver Slugger. Acuna in 5th. Taylor Ward, of course, I trade him and he goes off for no reason whatsoever. But yeah, all around not a great season, but yeah, a lot of great growth around this team. Bobby Witt Jr. up to 99. Acuna up to a 97. He had a great second half. Big jump. Corbin Carroll up to an 89. Cody Bellinger up to an 86. I mean, good all-around growth from these guys. Clayton Kershaw, how'd you do in your technically rookie year Actually, not rookie year. It's technically second year. 5.62 ERA is not it. All right. Ian Anderson. I think we're going to be able to turn it around with him. I do believe that. But yeah, we still have a lot of work to do. A lot of moves to be made. So let's go start making. Let's actually sim to the offseason. Sim the playoffs. It's gonna be the Dodgers, right? Yep. Dodgers beat the Orioles. And who retires? A lot of our Joe Randoms retired, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. No one in the Hall of Fame. I'm gonna go make some moves. I'll see you guys when we do. We're gonna trade Thomas Harrington for Tony Mortero. He has 94 potential. Of course, he's a switch hitter, of course, now that I'm not doing my switch hitter challenge, but 94 potential, 63 overall. Give him a few years to develop, and he'll eventually make the jump to the big leagues. We're going to send Keter Montero, Eric Miller, and where is he? Kalen Culpepper over to the Tigers in exchange for, where is he? Eric Moya, 89 potential, 70 overall. Might get the call up in the next year or so. I'm just going to let him develop for a year in AAA, but he'll get the call up very soon. All right, we are going to go ahead and sign Gleyber Torres, who will be taking over for Thairo Estrada. Kyle Tucker goes to the Braves. That's all right with me. Only person that I'm trying to get is Luis Rengifo. I think that's like kind of the last piece we need for now. Just taking a look at this team, we just need that DH spot, and I would rather it not be Thairo Estrada or one of our prospects, because not great. But yeah, that's pretty much it. See if we can sign him. All right, we do have the 7th best odds at the #1 overall pick at 5.5%. Probably not going to get it, if we're going to be honest with ourselves. Let's see how it goes. You know, I'd be fine staying 7. We do stay exactly 7. Royals jump up 5 spots to the #1 overall pick. All right. All right, we do get Joe Ross. Just a little something for the bullpen. We do sign Carl Edwards Jr. About Hunter. We do sign Hunter Harvey as well. We do also sign Chad Green. We do add Rob Refsnyder to the team. Alright, we are at the All-Star break, and we are in 2nd place. We're 8 games back in the Central. How do we look in the wild card? We are technically a wild card spot right now. Not by much, but we are. Let's take a look at the All-Star voting. Off rip, we got Bobby Witt and Corbin Carroll out there. What pitchers do we have here? We have to have at least 1 or 2. Tobias Myers having himself a solid season. Ooh, Sonny Gray got picked up. Good for him. Wow, he fell off a lot, though. Damn, it sucks. Bobby Miller, of course, he's good now. Clayton Kershaw, 403 isn't the best, but he is going up a little bit, which is good. Christian Scott, could be better, but could be worse. He's at least progressing. That's it for us. What about our closer? How is Justin Martinez? 408. Only 4 blown saves at this point, which is not terrible. He will get better, though. Who is my catcher? Pedro Pages. His time here is going to be probably done next year. Especially if William Contreras' contract does expire. I'm going to be going after him. First base. Ooh, who the hell are you? Okay. Cody B hitting 207. His time here is going to be done soon. Second base. Gleyber hitting 313. That is what I like to see. He was worth the money. Hitting 313. That's what I like. Third base. Who do we even? Is that like damn Ramon? What the hell? Lourdes Gurriel hitting 230. He's gonna be going soon. Bobby Witt not going anywhere for a very long time. Hitting 274, which isn't the best, but 12 tanks. He's doing a job for the most part. Left field, James Wood. There we go. 283. He's starting to pick it up a little bit. Actually, it's literally like almost the exact same stats as last year. Very good. Center field, Corbin Carroll up to a 90 overall, hitting 308 with 46 stolen bases. Considering he had 50 last year. I mean, geez, what a season so far from him. And then Acuna, hit 280. I might actually look and see the trade block, see if we can replace our third baseman, maybe our first baseman, but we'll see. We're going to send Hayden Birdsong, Luander Avila, and Kellen Lindsay over to the Mariners in exchange for Harry Ford, Cole Emerson, and Michael Arroyo. Hayden Birdsong's potential went down, so he's about where he is, and I'd rather have Ian Anderson up in the MLB pitching. And yeah, I mean, some decent potential prospects that we can add into the farm. Why not? Oh, what a beautiful class. What a beautiful class. This guy might get called up next year or the year after. Same with this guy. Whatever problems this team has are like they're pretty much gone now. 4 high potential relief pitchers. I mean, we drafted all high schoolers. I didn't even realize that. But great potential all around. 2 amazing closing pitchers that are probably going to get called up very soon. Yeah, all around great draft class. I think this year we probably won't go very far, but either next year or the year after we are winning this for certain. All right, so the minor league season has ended. We picked him up midseason when I wasn't really expecting too much. Anything crazy going on down here? I mean, a couple guys are probably ready for AAA, so we'll keep a close eye on some of these guys. What about AAA? Oh, Dalton Rushing. I think I might call both of them up and let them platoon for it. I don't know, this is a tough decision, but he's definitely getting called up next year. I might get rid of Glaber. I actually have to figure that out. TJ White, I wish he would be better. But all around, not bad growth from these guys. I just, I think they all might have one more year in AAA before I call them up. See the rotation. 2.83 ERA, 2.97 ERA. That's what I'm looking for. Great growth out of both of them. Double A. Ooh, great growth all around. Good overalls. Not bad, not bad. Some of these Joe Randoms are actually growing. 1.73 ERA, 51 saves. Hell yeah. 5 blown saves for him is an ideal. 5 blown saves for him as well. I mean, I don't really care about him too much. But these 2 guys are getting better, which is what I like to see. But yeah, we have last week, and we do make the postseason. All right, that's a surprise actually that we made it to the postseason already. We had a lot of league leaders. Gleyber Torres. As soon as I say I won't, wow, Christian Yelich, 348 for what reason? Or 346 for what reason? Gleyber Torres in third, and then Corbin Carroll in fourth for batting average. Corbin Carroll second for hits, most at bats for him. Bobby Witt most doubles. Corbin Carroll most triples. Acuna Jr. third for runs. Right, that was runs, yeah. Stolen bases. Corbin Carroll had 74 stolen bases. 74. Like, that's insane. That is actually insane. We will gladly take that. Thank you, sir. James Wood, 5th for walks. Gleyber Torres, 4th for on-base percentage. Acuna, 5th for slugging percentage. Acuna, 4th for OPS. Corbin Carroll, 5th for OPS as well. Let's see. Did our pitching do anything? Where is Justin Martinez? 8 blown saves is kind of tough. Cannot lie to you. Tobias Myers, 5th for ERA. We like that. Anyone else do anything important? Alright, pitching war. Show me a couple of my guys. We do get Tobias Myers, 2.9. Who else do we have here? Really? Clayton Kershaw, 1.8. Yeah, those are the only 2 pitchers that we have here. Corbin Carroll, 9.4 WAR. Wow. Have yourself a year, sir. Have yourself a year and a half. We got to have other people. Acuna, 4.7. Bobby Witt, 4.5. Glaber, 4.3. Pedro, 3.3. As soon as I say I want to get rid of you, you do somewhat decent. That's not going to change my opinion. I'm still probably going to get rid of him. Alright, though. That being said, let's take a look at these awards as well. Wow. Corbin Carroll nowhere near for MVP, which kind of hurts a little bit. Obviously, Glaber third for the batting title. Anyone else? Tobias Myers, Gold Glove pitcher. Don't mind that. Anyone do anything of importance? Corbin Carroll, second for Gold Glove center field. Alex Call. Good for him. Silver Slugger, Pedro's in third. That bothers me a little bit. Glaber in second. Anyone? Bobby Witt in second. Corbin Carroll, I was going to say he had to be, and Acuna. So we do have two. Kyle Schwarber and Kyle Tucker. They have both Kyles, who both did very well. Yeah, all around, not a bad season. Will we win the World Series this year? I highly doubt it. Highly, highly doubt it. Oh, and we don't even have two valid lineups. Hold on. All right. So we do win the first round. We are going to the divisional round. There's no way we win the World Series this early. We might win the World Series in Season 2. There's no way. There's actually no way that we win this. There's no way in hell. We are on the road. We have Christian Scott on the bump.
Play ball.
Yeah, all right. Let's see how they do. I mean, I built a decent team, but not this good of a team.
Ball four. Take your base. 3.
No way, right?
3. 3.
All right, well, it looks like we have a chance to win ourselves a World Series. Justin Martinez is going into the game, and I'm coming in. I mean, this might have actually been the quickest rebuild ever. I'm, like, genuinely concerned as to why this was so quick. There's no way we win this. All right. Justin Martinez, get me 3 outs, buddy. And you will walk away a World Series winner. All right. There we go. Easy one. There's no way we actually just win a World Series, like, basically completely through the sim. There's no way we let that happen.
That's a ball.
Right? Like, am I tripping here?
I got 1 ball, 1 strike. Yeah. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Come on, Justin Martinez, get me a job done. There we go. There we go. Come on, 1 more. We are 1 out away from finishing this thing off already. Justin Martinez is actually very good in this game. I actually do like this release a lot. Especially in like offline modes.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Justin Martinez for the World Series. Okay. He fouls that one off. Blow by him. Nah.
Ball 1.
We're just going to run it over. Gleyber Torres. We are World Series champions in the 2nd season. I don't know what to do. We just won the World Series in the 2nd season, completely through the sim. I didn't play a single game besides those last 3 outs. There's no way. There is no way this team just won a World Series. There is no way that this team just won a World Series. Acuna wins World Series MVP and postseason MVP. Takes home a lot of hardware. There's no way that this team just won a World Series. Don't get me wrong, it's a great team, but wow. This starting rotation. This really, I mean, we did actually build a pretty good relief pitching core. This team got it done somehow, some way. Yeah, we're gonna take this win. You know what? We built a team. The cards helped us out a lot. That being said, that's gonna be it for this one. This was actually surprisingly a very short challenge. We were only here for what, 2 years? Yeah, we were here for 2 seasons with a complete 0 overall team. Besides like the 14, 15 players I had from the cards, and we won ourselves a World Series. I shout out to me. I guess I'm just that. I guess I'm just that good at building teams. Um, I do want to just look at some of these stats for the playoffs. Okay, Bobby Witt didn't do too well. John Singleton, of course, did his thing. Robert F. Snyder did not do his thing. But yeah, this team just won a World Series. So that being said, thank you guys as always for watching. Stay tuned for the next one, and peace.